Hello my dear students. Now I will discuss one example which already solved in your book this question, but for your better understand I will explain. Okay, this one. Okay, so everyone read this question and let's check how it has solved. So in this question you can see, you read the question, a machine is driven by a 100 kg mass, okay, that falls 8 meter in 4 seconds. That thing, this thing will drive the machine, okay, 100 kg mass which will fall 8 meter in 4 seconds, and that mass is fall 8 meter in 10 seconds, and by this what force it has exerted, that force is driving the machine, okay, and that machine is lift a load of mass 500 kg vertically upward, taking gravitational force is equal to 10 meter per second square. Okay, calculate force exerted by falling mass. Okay, first thing what has solved in your book, but I will explain. So these are the given things, the values has given. The mass is 100 kg which is driving the machine, that mass is 100 kg, and load is 500 kg. Load means, you know, work done by the machine. When machine is doing the work, it will do on the load, okay, and so effort is giving by this, effort is giving this mass by using this mass, okay, 100 kg, because effort is doing on the machine, and effort here, effort is the a 100 kg mass that is falls 8 meter in 4 seconds. Understand students? So now just see here. So displacement, time, length, mass, everything has given. Time, display, not length, that is load, okay, sorry, load. So these are given. So first we need to find the force exerted by the falling mass. Students, force exerted, all the values, everything must watch my previous lecture. They are everything I have explained related to the numericals, all the values, what is mechanical advantage, velocity ratio, everything, what is force input, force output, everything will be solved there, okay, in this page. Okay, I am once again I am showing you this page, okay, okay, students, now do it. That force exerted by the falling mass, okay, falling mass means this mass is falling 100 kg. Force means, you know, weight. Force means weight due to the gravity. What it is, that mass is falling means going towards the earth, that means mass into gravitational force, that is the force, okay. Mass is equal to weight of the body is equal to mg is equal to 1000 Newton, 1000 kg meter per second square, that means 1000 Newton, okay. I am just elaborate it, it is not that much way present in your book, directly it has written Newton. So I am saying that kg meter per second square means it is Newton, okay, you know, it is the base unit and it calls as Newton. So first completed. Second, the work done by, students, once again I am saying force is equal to, you know, okay, force is equal to mass into you know, for gravitational mg, F is equal to, when gravitational m is, you know, that means or m f, you know, that in every somewhere you know that acceleration, okay, but when that acceleration is g, that is called w is equal to m g, okay. According to second law, you know that f is equal to ma, okay, when a is equal to g, f is called as w. So weight is also a force, okay. So now just student, you see that force exerted by the falling mass completed. Second question, you check your book, that the work done by the falling mass in its displacement by 8 meter, okay, work done, w is equal to work done is equal to, you know, that force into displacement, w is equal to fd, that formula you know. W is equal to, here, you know, work done by the falling mass means displacement of that mass, displacement of the mass is 8 meter, and force already calculated 1000 Newton. So 1000 into 8, that means 8000 Newton meter. Unit of work done is joule, Newton meter also named as joule, that's why I have write 8000 joule. Completed. Okay, that is very easy, students, only you just have to put the formula and read the question properly. Now students, come to the second page, there you can see here. Now power input, okay, that is the power input to the machine. Power input to the machine, that I have told. Power input means work done on the machine, you know that, and power output means work done by the machine, okay, on the load. You need to remember this. So power input is equal to work done on machine, means work input by time. So work input, that work I have calculated in the second B, that 8000 joule by in 4 second. So power input is equal to 2000 watt, okay. Joule per second is also known as watt. So power formula of power is equal to watt, and you know power input and power output will never be equal. If it is equal, that will be ideal machine, and ideal machine is not exist. So always power input is greater than the power output. Now students, last question also, work output, okay, that I will calculate later. Come to the second, next D. It has asked that if the power output of the machine, you have to calculate power output. If the efficiency will be given, okay, efficiency is equal to power output by power input. Similarly, work output by work input, or you can say that power output by power input, okay, that I have already explained formula, okay. So power output will be eta is equal to power input, and eta given 60% means 0.6. You know what is the eta and everything I have explained. So value of eta you just put, and power input 2000 watt, that means, so power output is 1200 watt. I told you power output will be less than the power input, okay. Now the last question, work done by the machine, students, okay. Work done by the machine means work output. In this case, you know, work done by the machine means by the machine on the load. So that will be equal to power output into time. What the power output is coming, that is, so power output means power of the machine. Power input means power of the effort. Power output means work power of the that machine, okay. So now it has told that work done by the machine. So work done by the machine, what the value has given, by using that value we have to perform, calculate the value. Understand students, there is several formula. You can see that for work done by on the machine, we can apply the load into displacement, okay. The work done is equal to W is equal to FD, you know, force into displacement. So force here is load and displacement of the load, but that value is not given, okay. Force is also not given, that what is the work done by the load, that value also not given. So that's why work done by the machine we will use this formula, okay. This formula, power output into time, and that is equal to 1200 into 4 joule 4 second is equal to 4800 joule, okay. I think students you can understand 1200 watt into 4 second is equal to 4800 joule. So this is the thing, like other also maths are present, you will calculate and you will just practice that, and question answer I will provide. Now I am directly moved to the pulley, okay, single fixed pulley, that is very important, present in your book. First I will complete the discussion about all, and you will prepare note by this way, because it will come that write the mechanical advantage of a single fixed pulley. You will draw like this way, how I draw it, okay. It will easy to one by step you will write, okay, how to find mechanical advantage, velocity ratio, and efficiency of a single fixed pulley. All question you can do the answer in your words, okay. So let's move it. So this is a single fixed pulley. You can see there is a fixed point, and which is fixed, and one ruler type is there, and one rope on it. Understand? So what is the use of this machine? You know, in this machine you can see when we just taking the suppose we are taking water from the well, this type of machine used to use, okay. This pulley used to use to make that work very easily. Understand? When you are pulling water bucket from the well directly, if you will pull, that is very you know, remember this thing, this point is very important, that upward force, okay, if we are pulling something in upward direction, that is very tough, okay. Suppose you are standing here, you are pulling something upward, okay, by your hand, that is very tough. But downward force is very easy, students. If a rope is hanging here and you suppose you can hang yourself over here, okay, you can hold the rope and you hang yourself, okay, then it will easily you can bring it down, okay. So that is very easy thing, okay, that give the effort downwards. So it is a pulley is a that thing. Pulley is a instrument which help us to do a work easily. That's why to this is a machine, also a simple machine, okay. So now students, we learn it how its mechanism happens. So suppose this is the entire setup, you can see one side there is the load, suppose there is the load, here is the effort, and we are now you check the effort is giving on this rope, okay, that means that effort is balancing a tension force. In rope, what is tension force you learn in class 9, I explain the what is different types of force, gravitational force, tension. In a fixed point, a substance is hanging load, that load is balanced by a force that is called tension force, and always tension force acting away from the point, okay. Load will down the downside load means upside tension away the point. So there is a tension force above side and it is a tension force. Similarly students, load is also hanging by this tension force, okay. Load like this, what I have explained, load downwards it is acting its force, and above load is balanced by the tension force, okay. Load is balanced by the tension force of this rope, okay. Okay, so this is the thing students. So these are the tension force, this arrow is the tension force of this movable pulley, okay, away from always away from the rope. Now students, you see load is equal to T, load is balancing the tension force, this tension force, and effort is also balancing one tension force. That means load is equal to T, E is equal to T, effort. So mechanical advantage is equal to 1, okay. Students, if mechanical advantage is equal to 1, okay, that means this is not a force multiplier, because you know that force multiplier will be always greater than 1, okay. So is equal to 1 means it is not act as a force. So single fixed pulley is not a force multiplier, keep it mind, okay. Similarly, if I find velocity ratio you know how to calculate V by VL, okay. So in this case we will think that the effort move in 1 second, I have written over here, effort move x meter in 1 second, okay. This effort support move x meter in 1 second. Similarly, that load is also move upward x meter in on that 1 second. So load also move, so same movement, that means velocity of E, velocity of L is same, that means velocity ratio is 1. If the velocity ratio is 1 students, okay, velocity ratio always fixed value, mechanical advantage can change, and that is also you know. Mechanical advantage is 100% when eta is equal to 100%, okay. Means if efficiency is 100% when the machine is ideal. Only in ideal machine mechanical efficiency is 100%, okay. Efficiency 100% for a ideal machine, and mechanical advantage is here 1, okay. So for a single fixed pulley, you know, calculated the mechanical advantage. Now we calculating the velocity ratio. Velocity ratio is 1 means it is not a speed multiplier. Why? See students, means velocity of the effort arm same velocity of the load arm, it's not increasing not decreasing, okay. Speed multipliers takes place when suppose we are moving our effort arm very less, but a longer load arm will move, okay. In case of scissor, you can see to that what the we move the effort arm very less amount, but load arm is moving fast, longer, that means it is a speed multiplier. But in this case, the same movement takes place, x meter, that means it is not a speed multiplier also, okay. So not a speed multiplier, not a force multiplier. So why we are using the pulley? Maybe you are thinking that why. So you know that there is a third type of work which can done by the simple machine, that is change the direction of the effort. Simple machine can be a force multiplier, can be a speed multiplier, okay, to help our work done easily. But if it can't do both of that, it can also do that change the direction of effort. Okay, see students, if it is not present, we are pulling, we are giving upward force, and previously I told upward force is very hard than the downward force. When we are giving effort downwards, that is very easy than the upward when we are pulling. Suppose you think, you imagine that you are pulling one bucket of water from the well without pulley, so that type force, and by using this pulley, okay, you just using pull this rope downwards, it is very easy. So it is changing the direction downward to upward. Okay, sorry, upward to downward, it is changing. Okay, upward more easy, you can see upward force we are giving. Okay, so this is the thing students, I think I can make you understand that change the direction of effort. That's why we are using a single fixed pulley. Now students, come to the point, what is the efficiency or what is the mechanical advantage, how you will, because there is so ideal 100% ideal machine is not there. So if it is below 100%, practical machine is below 100% efficiency. Suppose efficiency 30% efficiency any engine is there, so its mechanical advantage will be by using this formula, eta is equal to 30/100, and velocity ratio always fixed, you remember this thing. Okay, mechanical advantage can be vary, but velocity ratio is constant. Whatever for single pulley it is constant. First, second, third lever also you know, and in movable pulley, what I will teach after this single fixed pulley, they are also velocity ratio always constant. Okay, so student, velocity ratio is 1 here, and so the value will come, mechanical advantage is equal to 0.3. If beta is equal to 80%, then the means given see students, here is also it is written massless, frictionless, means ideal machine. Why ideal machine is not exist students, I told you in the previous lecture. Ideal machine will be possible if the machine will be massless and frictionless, because you know, when you are giving energy, input some energy in some system, it when it is functioning, that machine is working, there is some parts to in that machine, so it will convert some energy into heat energy. Okay, some other, it will spoil some energy. Okay, energy loss is there somehow, and the friction between the instrument, between the things inside the machine, so somehow some energy loss will be there. Okay, and that's why we are not getting any ideal machine. Okay, hence always practical machine is less than 100%. Suppose a practical machine eta is equal to 80% has given, so its mechanical advantage, so mechanical advantage is equal to eta, 80% means 0.8, 80/100 means 0.8 into velocity ratio 1, that means its mechanical advantage 0.8. Okay, I think you can calculate the mechanical advantage of a single fixed pulley. You can find the mechanical advantage of a single pulley by using this formula, and here also velocity ratio of the single fixed pulley. Okay, so this is the thing students, L is equal to T, E is equal to 2. Why? You know that because effort is balancing this tension force and load is balancing the tension force. These both tension is balancing each other. Okay, thank you students. Next video I will explain about a what is a movable pulley. Thank you.